of me because I'm out here doing the Lord's work, spreading the word, what you need to hear, telling you what you need to hear in order to protect and guard yourself against these haters. I mean, here we are trying to surround ourselves with people that love us and care for us and who want to support us and reciprocate what we give. But there are too many pretenders and they need to be exposed. People who want to use you, manipulate you, and try to play you, they want to wiggle in and get close to you and do their dirt undetected. But it's your job to figure it out. Figure it out. So that's why I said I'm out here doing God's work. He wants you to be fully aware. He wants you to move with an awareness around you. Because you have to be your first line of defense. Your life depends on it. And if not your life itself, your quality of life depends on it. Because the people you surround yourself with are going to make or break you, whether you believe it to be true or not. They have an effect on you. Are people making you sick? Are people improving your life? Who you surround yourself with, it makes a world of a difference. A world of a difference. Just like you could come into someone's life and change their world or make their world better or worse, depending on what you dump on them or the load that you take off of them. We all have an effect. And energy does not die. It is simply transferred from one source to another. Now, I do remember that from science class. I didn't pay attention all the time in science, but when something piqued my interest, I tuned in. And that's something that I do remember learning in science when I was in school. In energy transfers. It transfers. It never dies off. So just think about that. People deserve to feel safe in their friendships, family relationships, anywhere. People deserve to feel safe in their relationships. So we should be able to exist in relationships without wondering if someone is secretly against us or having some type of secret animosity towards us. It's like, don't pretend to get up in somebody's life and get close to them if you don't like them. That is so detrimental. But guess what? There's a lot of weird people out here who are doing this because they believe to keep their enemies closer than even their friends. So if they want to keep their enemies closer, if someone is jealous of you, they are an enemy. I'm sorry. If they are envious of you, they are an enemy because they don't want you to have something. That's an enemy. You wishing bad on me? That's an enemy. If you truly love someone, you feel secondary happiness towards them. That means whatever they're achieving or accomplishing or doing, you feel happy knowing that they're happy. You get that secondary happiness when you love somebody. If you don't get that secondary happiness towards someone, either you don't care or you have no good intentions for them. Straight up. Like, that's just what it is. So being an empath, you may feel secondary happiness towards people you don't even know. But let's take that out of the equation. Say you're not an empath. You're surrounded by someone that you call a friend, and they're happy about something, and you can't even fathom or muster up the words to tell them congratulations. Get away from that person. They don't need you in their life. Who needs that type of energy? Like, you're harboring hate. And if you are a hater, I'm telling you, please don't pretend to be close to people if you don't like them. It's not fair to them. It's not fair. Because when you get close to people, naturally they're going to open up to you. And imagine opening up to basically a demon. Someone who has ill intentions towards you. Or a monitoring spirit. Someone who really don't give a crap about you, but they just want to know what you have going on. They can either sabotage it or just stay in the mix to spread your business. People do that. It's weird. Just talking about it, it gives me the chills. I've had those type of people in my life. And one by one, I have gotten rid of them. And I hope I don't have any more to get rid of. It's like a sport for me at this point. I'm so used to it. And I think it's because my light draws in people. But I be zapping them out. You have to, especially if you have a light about you. If you have a light, yeah, you're going to attract a lot of those haters, monitoring spirits, and people who just don't like you, but the weirdo in them just wants to stay close to you or stay connected to you just because they want to get in and sabotage. Can't sabotage if you're not close to somebody. So they have to pretend. They got to pretend. They have to put on their best act. I had a call once with this particular girl, and she was expressing how when she got married, there was a friend who she thought she was close to, but the friend basically tried to ruin her big day. In short, it was a lot to the story. Basically, she tried to ruin her big day, and she did everything she could to kind of throw a monkey wrench into ruining all the festivities, everything going on with her wedding, her so-called friend's wedding. And so they fell out. They stopped being friends. I don't think she came to the wedding. She just withdrew from coming to the wedding. I believe, the girl still invited her or whatever, but she withdrew from coming to the wedding. And then I want to say she said a year or a couple of years later, she started inching her way back in and wanted to be friends again. And then she offered up this big apology and, was basically saying, hey, I'm sorry. I apologize for, what occurred. And, I really think that, we should patch things up and move on. So the call was basically asking what I thought about the situation. You want to know what I think? I think this person is not your friend, was never your friend. And if at one point they were your friend, slowly but surely, once they developed that jealousy against you, they were no longer your friend. You don't do that to friends. You don't do that to friends. That's not someone that you would call friend. Okay, this girl had a great personality. So I said, of course she wants to be back in your life. She's at a distance. Y'all fell out. She didn't come to the wedding. Now she wants to know what's going on in your life. Of course, it makes sense that she wants to apologize to you and get back in so she can get close to you and have a closer watch on you. That's what she's doing. See, you can't affect no one from afar. But when you get in close with them, that's when you can start causing some damage. So I told her, in my opinion, I believe that you need to keep this chick away from you and far away from you. Now, if you want to be friendly, and I have air quotes in the air on both sides, if you want to be friendly because you miss her, then at least keep her at an arm's distance. Don't tell her your business. Keep it real cordial. Let's go to brunch, hang out, make sure the music is loud so we're not doing no whole bunch of talking about our personal lives. I'm not keeping you updated on what's going on with me. We're dancing, we're laughing, we're people watching, and then we go home. I get it. You missed the relationship, but let's be clear. That was never your friend. For her to try to ruin the festivities around one of the biggest moments of your life, for her to take herself out of your wedding, for her to try to cause any strife during that time of your life, she showed you everything that she needed to show you right then and there, which is she's not a friend. Now, sometimes what happens, like I said, you could be friends with someone, and over time, people change. They could start to develop that jealousy or that hate towards you, and then they change. And the best thing they can do is just distance themselves from you. Maybe even tell you, I'm going through something right now. And, you all can remain cool. Things like that you can bounce back from. Maybe. Because maybe they were going through a phase or something in their life. And, they just need space, time away. But to stay in someone's life in close vicinity, knowing that you don't like them and you can't stand them and you don't want what's best for them, that's diabolical. So all I can do is just hope. And like I said, this girl had a great personality. So all I can hope and pray is that she made the right decision to keep this chick away. Now, me personally, I wouldn't even want to be friendly with her. You show me who you were. That's all I need to see. But as I told her, of course she wants to be back around you. You're fun. You have a great personality. Your life is lit. You got a lot of good things going for you. Of course she wants to be close to you again. Right now she's on the outside looking in because you all are not friends. Friends, air quotes again, friends. Meaning she doesn't know anything. She wants the tea. She wants to be back close to you so she can get the personal tea. So she can hear what's going on in real time. People can watch social media all they want, but they don't get the inside scoop unless they are friends with you or real friends, or unless they can call you or text you or have some type of real relationship with you. Social media is just a snapshot. And I know she told me that she kept the girl as a friend on social media. So, of course, she's on the outside looking in. Your life is lit. She wants back in. We do a big disservice to ourselves when we ignore the signs. If someone is showing you, their actions are showing you that they don't like you or they don't love you, please keep that person at a distance. At a distance. Keep them at arm's length. Or better yet, the most preferred method, deny them access. Deny them access. Total access denied. People might say that females, all they want to talk about is who's jealous of them, who's not friends, all topics based around that particular subject, because that's what you see on these reality shows and all over TV. But let me tell you something. The more you know. It's good to be educated on this, because this is very, very, very prevalent amongst women. It's very prevalent amongst people, period, but especially women. Women can be brutal. And it's not a lot that can stand up against that jealousy and envy. So you have to be educated. You have to be educated on it. If I could just help one person, I'm just so passionate about it, because I've been through it. I've been through it in the past, and I continue to go through it. I know how to navigate it. I'm an expert. I say it time and time again. I was that little girl who had full-grown adults who were envious towards me, because they thought that I was too spoiled. That's the reality of it. They thought my mom spoiled me. She gave me too much when she was just being a good mother. And so they treated me like I was their peer as far as jealousy and envy is concerned. So I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. I know what it looks like. I can scope it out. I know how to navigate it, get away from it. And the key is combating it and getting away from it. Because, like I said, there's not much that can stand up against it. When you see the lengths that people will go to because they have some type of animosity towards you. I mean, just look at the obvious examples. You've got Shanquella Robinson, you've got Selena, people all over the ID channel, on all of these shows. Take your pick. These acts of jealousy are being committed against people who get in close to you and try to form a relationship with you. And unbeknownst to that innocent person, that person has a plan for them, has a plan for their life, sometimes to take their life. Look at Shanquella Robinson. She had to have believed that those girls were her friends. She went on a whole trip with them. There is no way I would travel with girls, or guys for that matter, because I believe there was some guys on that trip too, who have shown me any type of jealousy or animosity. There's no way. No way. And that's why I said I'm here to possibly save a life. Because once you know those signs and those red flags, you can start to back away. If only she knew those signs and paid attention to them. Maybe she did know the signs. I don't know. But if only she had paid attention to those signs. Maybe if she had have known, oh, those little jokes that are always at my expense, or that look that someone gives me when I have a great accomplishment, that since we're talking about weird folks, that people withhold from you because they already feel like you get too many likes, so they want to withhold their like from social media. Things like that. You have to take into account. If only she had have known and it would have thrown up a red flag, maybe she would have said, I'm not going on a girls trip with these chicks. No, because they don't like me. Yeah, they say they're my friend, but their actions are telling me they don't like me like that, or they don't fool with me. If y'all seen the video, they started a whole fight with that girl. A whole fight. I can honestly say I do not have a friend in my friendship circle right now who would do that. Who would fight me like that. And I don't have a friend who I would even think of fighting like that or putting my hands on. That fighting and getting physical, that's reserved for self-defense. That's reserved for someone who's trying to attack you that you don't know. That's not for people who are in your close vicinity, who you're on a whole trip with, and then you're in another country. I could just go deep. I can go deep with that one. It's so sad. And there are so many instances like that. So many instances like that. I've been around mean girls all my life. I know how they move. I know how they act. I know how they look. I know what they say. I know what they don't say. Because keep in mind, a lot of times they try to withhold things. They try to withhold praise, withhold likes, withhold attention. Oh, they see you. They see everything. They see it more so than the people who really do love and care about you. Why? Because they're studying you. They're paying close attention. They see everything. So when they act like they don't see, just know they oversee. They overstand what's going on. And you might think that they don't even understand or know, but they're very, very hip. They keep tabs on you. They're somewhat obsessed with you. That's the only way to describe it. Obsessive behavior. It's obsessive behavior, because why would you want to get in close with someone that you don't really like? It's baffling to me. But females do it all the time. They do it for fun. And some of them only have strength in numbers. That's why they like to be a part of so many groups. And the same things go on in all of these groups. In most of these groups. So when you get a good group of friends, cherish them. Because they don't come around too often. And that's one thing that I do know. When someone loses me as a friend, oh, you lost out, because I don't have a bad intention bone for you in my body. So guess what? Now you're back out there to the wolves, and you better hope and pray you get you a real one by your side, because there's not many of us out there. So you get what you deserve when you cross me. Ain't too many people going to be looking out for you like that. Ain't too many people going to be praying for you. Ain't too many going to be holding your secrets. And ain't too many going to tell you the real deal. Or defend your honor, defend your name in rooms that you're not even in. People pretend well. So I just want you to know that it's time to put your armor on. Suit up. because you're going to need it in this world. Y'all be safe.